Hello Scorpio, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for April 2019. This is a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind, could be a mixture of all of them. You'll know in the first couple of minutes if this is resonating for you. If it's not, or if it is, please check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. I find they quite often resonate more strongly than the others. But for now, Scorp, you go into the month here with the Four of Wands. What a fantastic feeling. The Four of Wands talks about stability in the home and longevity, I'm feeling as well. So there's a sense of security that perhaps you've recently come to feel or to see about your home environment. And so this sense of security is giving you the courage or the sense of security that you need to move on and take some risks in your environment or in your career or in your love life even. So what a great feeling to start the month of April with. What's crossing you? The Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, there's an opportunity coming for you, some clarity of thought, and I'm getting the feeling that if you take this opportunity with your newfound sense of security, this is going to really put you on a fairly clear path of where you want to go next. And so it looks like the universe is offering you this new start. Perhaps there's just been some information or something you've just got rid of in your life, which has now given you like free space to move, okay, a clearer sense of direction somehow. Your conscious goal, you have the Nine of Wands. So it looks like you just have some things to finish off before it feels like you can start into a new direction in your life. You've done this sort of thing before, whatever it is. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel though. So this character here, you can see that they've been there before. They've got some battle scars, looking a bit weary but willing to go into it again. But the good thing about this card is you can see that there's an end of a cycle coming and there is something new which is just around the corner. Okay, so your conscious goal seems to be just get through this last little bit. Perhaps it's like another exam or another piece to put into a puzzle, or the last week or the last month of a certain job before you need to move on to another one, that kind of thing. In your unknown influence, you have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of public recognition. So this could be around the corner for you. So whatever's been going on, it's looking like it's leading towards a real sense of fulfillment for you. And you may not even see this coming. It might be quite unexpected because of the position that it's in. And perhaps you'll be talking to someone at the shopping centre, or a stranger will come up to you and say, hey, I know you. You're that person who did this, made this achievement, something like that. I apologise if you can hear that noise in the background. That's just my neighbours doing some work. In your recent past, you have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is a card of bickering, petty squabbles, if you like, egos quite often. Perhaps you had to lay down the law with someone or tell someone like it is, and they didn't really like it that much. Perhaps it was their ego which was hurt, rather than really looking at things objectively and saying, well, I suppose you're right. Maybe I did need to hear this, or maybe we did need to make this decision to go our separate ways, or to set this rule for ourselves somehow. So that's in the past anyway. So it looks like it might come back to haunt you somehow, but I'm feeling that that's not a real big issue there. Okay, in your approaching influence, these cards are, the Lovers cards come up in a few readings here. So in this position, the Lovers card talks about some a sense of direction that you're sharing with someone, I'm feeling in this instance. So it could be a love relationship. It could just be perhaps going into partnership with someone, I'm feeling. But it's a card of choices quite often, and you probably need to maybe make a choice between how much effort you're going to put into a relationship versus how much you're going to put into your career. So I'm feeling there might be some traveling involved in this relationship, and if it's like a fairly long distance sort of thing, you might be asking yourself, Jesus, is this really worth the effort? Okay, it's also a card of just respecting each other's independence as well. Again, without being too detached. I mean, if you're going to have a relationship with work or with a passion project, if you like, or with another person, you don't want to be too separate and aloof. Otherwise, it just becomes like a friends with benefits kind of a situation when you can get that sort of anywhere, especially these days. But this is looking like something genuine, and it's just an honest choice you're going to have to make, perhaps about. And I'm feeling it's either, relationship or career, or how to balance those out. Okay. Your talents. What are you bringing to a situation that you're in right now? Okay, you have the King of Swords. Okay, so it looks like you're in a feisty kind of energy, Scorp, which is requiring you to say it like it is and maybe bring that sword down to make a fairly firm decision. I think you're in a pretty good energy to be able to do that now. You've got a pretty good sense of ownership of yourself now, and you're willing to make the hard decisions about what needs to go and what needs to stay. So I'm feeling that you're going to make a pretty strong decision. You're going to be getting rid of something that's just not working for you, or hasn't been working as well as you think it might, or even something that might be getting in the way of like a career move. I'm feeling you're going to have the clarity of thought to be able to say, no, I need to cut this out now. And you'll be able to do that without losing too much sleep, I'm thinking. Your environment, okay, your place in it, and how the environment sees you, how you see the environment, your place in it. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like the people around you, your community or your tribe, they're seeing you as someone who's pretty well got it all together. The Queen of Pentacles is a person who is very stable. She runs a nice household. She's got a certain sense of status in her community. She's very well respected, starting to develop financial security somehow, good relationships around the place, and she's fairly well connected, I'm feeling. And her home has a very distinctive character, which is different to perhaps, this is what I'm feeling, it's different to the average person's home. Might be a different sense of decor or colour or something going on there. But either way, it's looking like the Queen of Pentacles, if this is you, you have this sense of status, and the people around you are viewing you quite favourably. There might be a bit of jealousy there, I'm thinking. Just feels like that there might be a couple of people around you who might be envious of what you have, whether it's envious of, your looks or your lifestyle, perhaps, that you have. They might be jealous of your money, but I'm thinking this is more about those things that they're not as easily obtainable or attainable as money, like just parts of your character which people really, they like it and they admire it, but they sort of feel a bit intimidated by it, that they wish they were like that. Sort of like sour grapes maybe, but that's just for maybe one or two of you. Okay, your hopes and fears. You have the Moon card. So the Moon card's coming out a fair bit as well. The Moon card here, I'm feeling it's a sense of status, a sense of evolution, I should say, that you're feeling you want this evolution, it's almost like a spiritual growth, and whatever you've been working on, this is where you want to head to. You want to come out of those deep, dark depths, like that lobster there. You want to get up that path into the light. Okay. It's also a card of secrets coming out, and so perhaps there are some secrets which you are uncovering about yourself, and I'm feeling that you're liking the idea of having these secrets come out somehow. I think you're in a position now where you're feeling like you've got nothing to prove to anyone, and you'll take what the universe has to show you, and you'll try and work with it. So what a nice positive way to feel about things. In your outcome, you have the World card. So the World card is it's like closing out a chapter, ready to start a new one, or even perhaps even starting a new book somewhere. If you have a look here, it's number 21 of the major arcana. After that, the cycle goes back to the Fool again. So it looks like a new start, the completion of something, and you've just had some realization about yourself or your place in the world, and it's made you feel pretty good about things, and you're feeling well respected. That's what I'm feeling there. And this, even though it's not why you do things, it feels really good to have that acknowledgement from people saying, well done, and you're on the right track, and good on you for doing what you love. And I'm feeling that there are new things coming now. So if you've started like a new course or new learning, then I'm feeling that's going to really pay off for you as well. And you're learning things about the way you learn, if that makes sense. So it's like you've taken on a new way of picking up information that maybe it's eluded you for many years. But either way, what a beautiful feeling. And to finish with the World card, that's feeling really great, Scorp. So let's have a look now, and we'll just have a look at a few of these. So it looks like you're starting in a pretty good position here. You've got a sense of accomplishment, a sense of longevity and stability in the home. And if you don't have that, then I'm feeling there's a couple of things will fall into place, and you'll be feeling pretty good about things. The Ace of Swords, you're going to have this clarity coming through. What's that about? Please clarify the Ace of Swords. So remember, we had this one here, Scorp. That sword cuts clear. Look at the light around that, the shining light that's standing out. I can see the way. The universe is giving you this opportunity now. It's what's all that about? What's the Ace of Swords about here? Okay, you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is a genuine energy. Can be quite emotional. If this is a person, then it could be a romantic interest, perhaps like a water sign, but I'm thinking it could be, even if it is a romantic interest, they could be saying something to you which helps you realize something about yourself. So there might be some kind of epiphany, some awakening that you have, or even just some kind of validation which backs up the way you want to feel about yourself and the way you see yourself. And this person comes along and points that out to you, and you'll go, oh, I've never thought about it like that before. Yeah, I suppose he's right, or she's right, So that's looking pretty good. It's going to give some clarity also that you are on the right track, and there are plenty of opportunities out there for you to, even if you don't know exactly where you're going, you are on the right path, okay? And isn't that more fun anyway than sort of knowing exactly where you're going? Just follow your nose is sort of more, makes for a more exciting life perhaps, especially if you've got the security and stability in the home to be able to do that. It's great. So let's have a look and find out why is the Nine of Wands here? What's that all about? So you're looking the home stretch almost, just a couple of things to finish off. And you've got the Page of Rods. Okay, so Page of Wands, if you have a look at this person here, they've got a message. You want to get your message out there. Okay, so just like this page here, he's shouting out somewhere. He's still not sure exactly. It's like he's fairly new, and he's out there perhaps just singing into the mountains. And I'm also hearing that he wants to hear himself. So like an echo, okay? So he's definitely got something to say, this page. He's young, he doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's very enthusiastic and he wants to be heard, okay? And so because that's clarifying the Nine of Wands, perhaps it's just like maybe like a contract needs to be signed or something to make your voice heard. You want acknowledgement of your position, or something like a piece of paper, or you're waiting for some news, or you can see the light at the end of a tunnel, and really you just want someone to hear this. Perhaps you want the government or the courts or someone to hear what you've got to say. Maybe you're not even worried about, if there's some money involved. It's not so much the money, it's about the principle of something. Okay, and you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. That's what I'm getting. But you'll know if that's for you. Okay, now the Five of Wands in the recent past influence, but not about recent past, it might have been a while ago. You know what it is. And there was some clashes of the ego. What was that about? Why is the Five of Wands there in the past influence? And you have the Sun. Okay, so whatever this conflict was, I'm feeling that sense of jealousy, or someone didn't want you to have this feeling here. So it was, again, I think I mentioned the word jealousy before, or envy. I'm getting the idea that someone is a little bit jealous that you're succeeding, or you're living the dream almost, and they didn't like that, and so they were just bickering about that. And again, it's really just ego there. So that's what that feels like there. Again, it doesn't feel like a massive. It just feels a bit like sour grapes or something. Okay, let's have a look at the Six of Wands. Okay, so there's some kind of victory. You might not even know that it's coming yet, but it's got to do with public recognition. And so maybe this this card in the top, this card in the bottom, maybe they've got some connection there. Okay, so why is the Six of Wands here? Why is the Six of Wands here? An unknown influence for Scorpio. Okay, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so it looks like there could be some money coming your way. So this legal thing, if it's a legal thing going on, there could be some kind of a financial benefit for you, whether it's child support, but I'm feeling it's more like a lump sum payment. It could be like a something where you might get an extra $20 a week or something, but I'm feeling it might be like a lump sum payment for something. And the Ten of Pentacles talks about abundance, but because it's with this card of victory here, the Six of Wands, it's really saying to me that you're having a win to do with money, and it looks like a big win. Not only is it a win to do with the money, but it's the recognition that you were wronged, or that you deserve this. Okay. Now the Lovers card in the approaching influence, let's have a look at that. Why is the Lovers card here? Wasn't sure about where that was going. So definitely something about independence and keeping your independence, that kind of thing. All right, and Seven of Swords, that's come out a fair bit today. Okay, so Seven of Swords, clarifying the Lovers card. For me, it's like, yes, keep your independence, because someone may, again, be sort of envious or a bit deceptive about what's going on with you. I think that's where that came up before. So just be careful that there, again, it could be gossip. It could just be someone, again, sour grapes, that kind of thing. So if you're thinking about going into partnership with someone, just not at the moment, I would say. I would say keep your independence and let someone show their true colours first. Maybe just hold off on partnerships, or have a look at what people's real situation is. So if it's a love thing, you might want to just make sure that whoever this person is isn't too clingy. And if it's a business thing, you might want to make sure that whoever this proposed business partner is has the goods to back up. So they have the talent and they have the resources to back them up. In case something goes wrong, just maybe if they've been a bankrupt or something, I would probably steer clear of them. Okay. Now, the King of Swords, this is your energy I'm feeling, and you are feeling confident enough in yourself to be able to say yes or no, or no, that's no good, get out, and you won't lose much sleep over it. So that's, I wish I had that energy more often. Sometimes I have those moods where I'm feeling quite capable of just getting rid of someone or something without too many worries, but I like to have that more often. My shed is full of rubbish because I can't chuck stuff out. Let's have a look here. King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here in this position? Why is the King of Swords here for Scorpio? And we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, okay, so it's about making decisions. Okay, so you've got the King of Swords here. You're willing to call it like it is and cut things out, and this is just saying, yeah, well, it could be a tough decision to make it, but you're quite okay with making it, even though you don't have all the facts and all the information. You can follow your gut and just cut something out if it's not working for you, and you can make that decision quite well, even though you don't know really what the outcome will be by getting rid of this thing, whether you're going to be able to replace it with something else. But you know what they say, no decision is worse than a bad decision. That's what I'm feeling there. Let's have a look, Scorp. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? You know what? I don't even feel the need to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. I'm feeling that's you. I'm feeling you are well respected in your environment, and that's growing. It's the Queen of Pentacles is someone who isn't just a fly-by-night. She's not just a one-hit wonder. She's there, and she's there because she deserves to be. The Moon card, some secrets coming out which are going to allow you to grow and evolve somehow. Something, let's find out what that's all about. Why is the Moon card here for Scorpio? Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles again talks about, in this case, I'm feeling it's about distribution of resources. Okay, so something will come out. Perhaps there's been some income which has been hidden somehow. There's been an asset which has been uncovered or will be uncovered, and it's going to work to your advantage. So perhaps someone's been checking the books or looking at the books somehow, the accounts, and they've realised that there's a certain amount of money which is owing to you, I'm feeling. So this is a secret, could be about money coming out. So I'm really hoping this is your reading, Scorp, because it's looking like you could be in for a bit of dough. Someone may have been a little bit shady, and maybe they're being found out. This secret's come out, and now things will balance out a bit better. Now the World card. the end of a cycle, a new learning, the end of a chapter. Learn something about yourself, and then you're ready to start something else. What might this new chapter be about? Okay, let's find out. Why is the World card here for the end of April for Scorpio? What's the World card here for Scorpio? The outcome. We have here, okay, the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so again, it's looking like some new learning or some new, it looks like you'll still have to work. You might not be rich enough to just retire and live on your interest of your savings, but I'm really getting the feeling that you'll be moving into some kind of training or some kind of learning, which is going to help you build something. So like a new job or a new study, course of study, something like that. See if I can narrow that down again, because I'm so excited about this, Scorpio. Really, it's looking like things could be coming really good for you here. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Clarifying the World card for Scorpio. Why is that here? Take that one there. Nine of Rods. Okay, so the Nine of Wands again. The Nine of Wands talks about seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, going in for one more round. So I'm feeling this will be like something you've done before, this work, but it'll be a better feeling, or maybe a job in a new place doing something similar, but because it's a new place, it'll be feeling fresher. It'll feel like something new, even though you've done it before. So and again, it'll be building. It's a really good feeling, Scorp. Look, I think I'll leave it there. Please let me know in your comments how this has resonated for you. And of course, like and subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. And hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.